Using Cuckoo Lane.
Oh, Ku Klux Klan? Alright, you can talk just scam.
Wait, who are you using?
Cain.
King? Whatever.
All right, all
Cain.
right. So Jin's
Cain.
character scales above Black Panther
Okay,
because like
brother.
he's inherently black, and like the Ku Klux Klan scales above composite black man. So you automatically lose.
Ghetto Jin, you got mod, right? Or admin powers, right?
Yeah, whatchamacallit? Fucking,
You know,
Tamaki, announce this shit, Tamaki. Oh my god, I feel like doing it.
alright, bro. You go ahead, fucking scale your nigga first. The Ku Klux Klan, whatever you using.
Okay,
Whatever you using.
okay. Um, so, Cuckoo Lane just
Scale,
goes,
bro?
All right,
Or you just
bro.
gonna
he just scales
let
above
niggas know?
someone. He just scales above someone who can literally swallow, whatchamacallit, in Infinite Universes realm that continues on to make Infinite Universes. So it'll be like multiversal plus, multiversal plus. Um, I can get you a scan if you want.
What? Man, I mean, send me this shit. I look at it myself.
Listen,
So
I'll
here,
give y'all $5 if you don't yell.
bro, be quiet, Shiloh. Goddamn. Anyway, there's my skins loading. There's her being eat the moon cell
Where you send this game at?
in tournament
Tournament
scans.
skins?
Yeah, there's her being being able to eat the moon
Let me read
scale.
that shit. Let me read this shit. You understand now? I'm BB, the new ruler of the moon, who swallowed the moon cell. Okay.
And then here is the moon cell being able to make basically encompassing infinite possibilities. And these infinite possibilities have infinite worlds that can just continue on to make more possibilities every second. So it'll be multiversal plus, multiversal plus.
Moon cell. Brain that store the dash. Alright, I don't care. We're get multiversal plus.
Okay.
Let me go on my scans. Let me go on my scans real quick. Let me go look at this shit real quick. Essentially, it's the same. It's really the same shit though. Let me go get it. You know the infinite possibilities shit, and like it's just like a infinite possibilities in the multiverse, multiversal plus. Here, let me send that shit to you. Like here, infinite shit. Let me send that shit out. Right here is to prove there's infinite possibilities, and get the other scans. He having to go back and forth and send scans. This shit fucking AIDS. But let me send this shit. Another one right here. In like, oh, matter of fact, in like heaven. Nah, I ain't about to send that shit. But right here, like, let me see. Essentially, motherfucking these like, what's the word? Right here, it says like incalculable measure, like heaven and hell. So it's like calling that shit like infinite possibilities and shit. And you know like what infinite possibilities mean and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what that shit mean. You're a debater. Heaven and hell, shit like that. And it's like them like in that scan it says they can like attack that shit, but I'll just give you a scan where it just says they can just throw around realms. But it's in that scan that says they can affect that shit, significantly affect.
Okay, so multiversal plus. Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. All right, you gonna scale on, or if you're multiversal plus, you like really already have a measurable speed, but you just got measurable speed if you want to.
Yeah, I got you. I'll scale for speed. I think I should be like higher in speed as well. So here is characters being able to move in a realm that just here, let me see. Where's it at? So here's BB moving in the Seraph. Now, this same Seraph is stated to view time as one D. So they transcend time, and she was moving around that transcend time, so she would have like measurable speed.
All right, so this is a measurable speed. You don't got to already know.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a measurable speed. Yeah, I can move in a void, and this void is on. Hold on, this shit. I can move in a void. which is like it's like outside the confines of time and space. But I just have like other shit to me transcending time or space. But yeah. You get the easier one, just see like the transcendent time one, and you get that. That'd be easier to get, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. Like no, actually, I'll still mend that. You don't gotta post it. I'll just say I'll be faster because here's a scan.
Why?
Here's a scan of what's gonna call it, of my character being stated to be like the fastest heroic spirit. Here's it is. The same character, my same character was so fast that he was like perception blitzing whatchamacallit, Archer, like base Archer, and then like Archer gets like an amp like what the Mystic Code, and BB just says like, oh, like Archer's like, or like Archer's like was already on her level beforehand. Then he gets stronger and it's like, oh, he's still the fastest. He's still considered like the fastest in person. He's like blitzing his eyesight, like he's like becoming invisible now. So I think I'll just be higher in measurable speed to the point where like you can't even see me.
So a speed blitz above a measurable speed.
Yeah.
Is that what you're trying to say?
Mhm.
Is that what you're trying to say? Like you're trying to like, here's a rhetoric. The rhetoric better come and play, guys.
Yeah. Yes. I'm a speed blitz to the point where like they can't even perceive
you.
You.
Mean to tell me like you have like amps? You have amps inside of measurable speed. Like, can you show me like where like we're using like versus battle wiki like terms, right? Can you show me like where like, because I don't remember this, but like, can you show me where like that's like plausible for you? Like, I thought that if you just had a measurable speed, you just have a measurable speed.
Yeah, you can have it. You can. There are higher ends of measurable speed. Like there's a higher ends of measurable speed. So I think like.
Like, you know, I would like to see that.
I mean, I think this clearly shows it.
I would just say, hold on. I would just say that the author like has no idea.
I don't care what you think. Like just because two characters transcend time doesn't mean that they are the same speed. That's retarded.
Hold on, Ghetto Jin, please don't cut me off, man. I didn't even finish my sentence. Let's just try to keep it cordial, man. Let me just at least spit the fuck what I gotta say out 1st. Then you can give your rebuttal. As I was saying, I don't think the author has the intent of knowing what a measurable speed is, and if he did, that wouldn't make sense because based on how measurable speed is, right? You agree that's like you can't measure it, right? You agree that you can't measure a measurable speed?
I disagree. I think you can measure it. I think you can measure it qualitatively.
Why would you disagree? You can qualitatively. Do you know what qualitative means?
Yeah, quality is describing like an aspect of something.
You said what?
Quality is describing like an aspect of something, not giving like a quantifiable number. Like for example, 2 times, 3 times. Quality would be like this thing is bright red. This thing is dark red. That's a quality of a red, right? So,
yeah.
So I can quantifiably measure it at measurable speed.
So how can you describe something? Because that wouldn't be the case. Because you just said told me your character have an amp. So when you
no, that's not an amp. But this is base. No, I said that's not what I said. I said that. No, I told you. No. You misheard me. You misheard me. Then I said that my character Ku is already. He's called the fastest heroic spirit, right? And then. Even then, this same character Emiya, who we fought, got an amp, and he was already measurable speed because he stated equal to BB, who has a measurable speed. So I'm blitzing people who have measurable speed, like they can't even react to me.
Hold on, so you're giving me speed scaling for a measurable speed.
Yes, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Hold on. Let me talk. That implies that like they're like some quantifiable number above each other because
watch this. You agree relevant. Watch this. No. You agree relevant speed. You agree relevant. No. I'm gonna put you in a dead end. No, because you already wrong because a relevant speed exists. So like you're already just wrong. You don't care.
I wasn't done, man. Please, can we please not do this, please?
Bro, you're just ratting. You know this is wrong, but like it's whatever.
I'm just telling you how I see it is. Right? I don't want to have to get loud again, man. I really don't want to have to get loud. So we can talk like this, keep it cordial, man. That's all cool beans. As I was saying, what this implies is that there's some type of quantifiable speed that's getting shown here because you're telling me there's certain characters that's splitting each other. You're giving me speed scaling. How I perceive a measurable speed as I'll seem like the definition. If you don't know what that is, I don't believe there's no way that you would have tiers upon that. It's just a certain tier that you're at. I mean, and as I said, dude, that's why I asked you the question. Do you think the author had the intent of knowing what immeasurable speed was. Like I don't know how, because if you're saying he does, if he's using like the logic of measurable speed, I don't think there's faster forms of measurable speed.
Well,
Okay,
you're
well,
just wrong, because I'm gonna give you an example right here.
Alright.
VSBW even agrees that relevant speed is a thing, and a relevant speed is just a way faster, it's a way higher tier than immeasurable. So unless you want to say that immeasurable speed is the highest tier, you would just no. But I'm telling you, you would just be wrong. But I'm telling you, you would just be wrong based off of that though, because there's a even higher tier than.
Quantifiable amount above immeasurable?
No, it's not even an unquantifiable amount.
Okay, hold on. So that's a false equivalence. What
What?
giving me
You're so
is a
dumb.
quantifiable amount. You're saying
Bro.
the character is blitzing up their character. That's
Yeah, so he's perception blitzing immeasurable speed people, so he's higher immeasurable speed. Like that's the
These
like.
characters are relevant and measurable speed characters, right? They wouldn't blitz each other.
Yes, they would. What's wrong with you? You understand a relevant speed would just blitz the fuck out of immeasurable speed even by VSBW terms, right?
Invisible to each other. It's to a point where you can't even like look at them. Like they're just standing still to you.
Yeah, so you understand a relevant speed characters can blitz immeasurable speed characters as well, right?
Not in the way you're trying to put it. Like
What? Yes, they would. Like a relevant speed character would be able to like go back. A measurable speed character would blitz and a relevant speed character would blitz and a measurable speed character by a measurable speed at the very least. Like that's not even like any type of fucking like argument against that shit.
That's not the same. That's not the same thing.
What?
You know why?
Bro. The point.
Immeasurable speed characters cannot. Hold on. Stop cutting me off. We know why immeasurable speed characters cannot like even fuck with irrelevant speed characters, right? Because that's a different tier in general. There's no quantifiable amount.
Yes, there is. Bro.
We're beyond quantifiable speed scale.
Bro, you can quantify immeasurable speed. There's no, I don't care, bro. You can give numbers to how much faster a person is to somebody.
Yes, you did. You just tried to give me a number to something that's immeasurable. That's retarded.
Yeah, bro. If someone is stated to be able to go back in time, right?
What you're showing me,
bro.
Please, man, please. Just stop.
No, because you're just wrong. I don't care.
Certain characters are blitz levels above each other, so that implies that they are scaling above them in speed in some type of way.
That's fine.
Only thing I know based on what we know, based on what you're just thinking about, right? What we know, what we have to go off, right? Unless you want to create your own fucking tier right now, we can do that too.
It's not a tier. It's just higher immeasurable speed. So
hold on. The only thing that we know is that the only speed tier that's above immeasurable speed would be irrelevant. So
yeah, and all I'm gonna say is there's just higher ends of relevant speed. Even in VSBW, they acknowledge this.
That was speedless immeasurable speed characters.
Say it again.
They're immeasurable speed because that's the only higher tier that I know.
There are all I'm gonna say is this, Deadboy. You can be higher in irrelevant speed, not higher in immeasurable speed, and still be immeasurable speed. VSB acknowledges this. This is why you can be. Why? Because this is just the case. You can have a measurable speed, then get blitzed by 25 times over. So yeah, and I gave you an example. I said you can be a measurable speed, and then you can get blitzed by 25 times over. So okay, so I'll even put this in simple terms, right? The Flash can travel. The Flash can travel through time, right? Reverse Flash blitzes him. Anyway, I'm gonna mute you because you asked me a question. And I'm going to answer you, right? Okay, I'll unmute you when I'm done. The Flash can be a measurable speed because he runs through his time. And then he can get blitzed by a reverse Flash by 25 times over by a calc. So there are higher ends of relevant speed, a measurable speed, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. You can go now.
Okay, are you done?
Yes.
All right. You just sat here and told me calc, right? That would imply that there's some type of calculable speed.
No, okay.
So I wouldn't call it a measurable speed.
Bro, you can calc any speed. That's all I gotta say. If you wanna go by this, you can calc any fucking speed. That's just retarded.
That would literally contradict what a
bro.
Speed would be.
No,
right?
Bro, all immeasurable speeds. No. Deadboy. Only a measurable speed. Deadboy. A measurable speed does not state that you cannot be faster than somebody by 25 times over. So I don't know where you can get that definition from. Okay, okay, Deadboy. I'm actually okay, Deadboy. Go get the definition of measurable speed. Go get the definition where it says you go get it, bro. Shut up, bro.
What did I just do in general? What is that? That's me.
Shut up. Shut up. You keep interrupting me. I'm gonna get you a birding. Go get the definition of measurable speed where it says that you cannot be 25 times faster than a measurable speed person. No, go do that. That's your burden of proof. Go get your burden of proof.
My proof would be logical reasoning, like I said.
Yeah, that is logical. That's the fuck?
So, My proof would be once you get into tiers like infinite, inaccessible,
What?
immeasurable,
Okay.
those are tiers beyond calculus.
Okay. I'm gonna give you an example right now. Okay.
No.
Okay.
How the fuck are you calculating speed
here.
when you're in tiers
Okay.
where the fucking numbers
All right,
matter?
Deadboy, how many numbers are between 1 and 2? Deadboy, how many numbers are between 1 and 2? Deadboy, how many numbers are between 1 and 2? Deadboy, how many numbers are between 1 and 2? How many Deadboy, how many numbers are between 1 and 2? Okay, go ahead, talk. Go ahead, talk.
I'm still talking.
Mhm.
Don't cut me off.
Go
Don't
ahead.
cut me off.
Go.
These speed tiers are used when they're beyond calculable speed, right? There's a reason why it's a measurable speed. There wouldn't be a measurable speed if you could just fucking count someone just running 25 times fucking faster than somebody. That's the reason. Like, what? That doesn't make no fucking sense. There's a reason why we have that. We have these tiers so you don't have to use these 25 times shit. So I'm gonna do. Hold on. I didn't use my example, and you probably didn't get my example. I'm gonna give you like a what's the word? Let me go to fucking tournament scans. So I'm gonna tell you it again, like this: 25 times 25. We'll get an answer from that.
Yes.
It's me measuring something. It's measurement,
Mhm.
right? If I were to have a relevant speed, there's no amount of number.
Yes, it is. I'll give you a number right now, right? I'll give you a number right now. 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 Deadboy, I'll give you a number right now. I'll give you a number right now. Deadboy, I'm gonna disprove that right now, right? Let's say relevant speed was X, right? Because obviously X is a fucking factor that you can do in math, right? This is basic math, right? And then I say 25, put it in front of it, right? Basic math is 25. That means 25 times X, 25X right there. There's blatant math calculating there's blatant math calculating relevant speed. So
I don't know why the fuck algebra.
nigga, what?
Algebra's used for measurement.
Yes, algebra, bro. Math in general was used for measurement. The fuck? The hell?
Not algebra.
What?
Not algebra.
Bro, he said multiplication is not used for measurement. Okay, brother. Okay.
Algebra.
Bro. Do you know how we calc speed? Speed is literally distance divided by time. So obviously the inverse could be fucking multiplication. Bro, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. Yes, and a measurable speed can be defined as X, and then I can say X times 25 equals 25X.
I'm going to tell you one more time.
X times 25.
I'm not going to tell you again.
X times 25.
Numbers. You cannot add numbers, right, to these speed tiers.
Bro, you are just wrong by definition. That's fine. Like we can move on. I gave you the analogy where you can define the measurable speed as X. X times 25 equals X 25. 25X, I meant.
Come on now. Yes, that's algebra. In this instance where that wouldn't work.
Bro,
that doesn't work. Like,
it just sounds like that your point is just wrong. So it sounds like, bro.
Ghetto Jin asked you to prove me something, right? This is what you just said. X25 minus 7 to the 8th. Like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean to me? Hello? You giving me a problem? What you gotta do? Help with your homework or something? No, nigga. That's not gonna help with shit. What I'm fucking trying to get to, you know what I mean? Get to the consensus of. So, all I got from you is that you don't understand how the fuck.
Right.
My fault.
Mm-hmm.
You don't understand how the fuck you use a measurable speed or any of these fucking speed things. How long you been debating, Tor?
You done? You wanna move on? If you think you won this point, we can just move on and leave it to the judge. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you got the hats.
You just gave me you gave me a measurable speed, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
But you just said that you just feel like you're faster, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you wanna go on to your hacks first, sir, or you want me to go on to my hacks first, sir?
Sure, I'll go first. Here's heroic spirits being stated to be able to possess people. So do you have resistance to possession?
I have a resistance to anything that happens to my character. Want me to give you that?
Yeah, I don't think that's true. Like the hell.
I don't give a fuck what you think, man. My fault, I was yawning. I don't give a fuck what you think. Like, I'll just give you a scan of that. That's why I asked you a question. But okay. Mm-hmm. I said my character has a resistance to anything that happens to him.
Right.
You know what the word circumstance means, right?
Bro, circumstance doesn't apply every circumstance, so it doesn't matter.
Do you know what circumstance means?
Circumstances just for talking about a particular situation. So,
Is you sure that's what it means?
I mean, in certain definitions, yes. For example, under this circumstance,
Hold on,
I am FTL.
Hold on, let me just get the
So-
definition myself. Hold on. Let's just get the
Okay.
definition. My fault. I gotta text this whole back real quick.
Yeah, YouTube, bro. Circumstance means every hacks.
That's not what I was about to argue, but. Like,
Oh, that wasn't? No, I want to hear it then. Like, what?
Alright, okay. I'm just getting the definition of circumstance. A fact or condition connected to a relevant event or action. Okay?
Yeah, like I said. Yeah.
So a fact or condition. All right. Here, let me get that scan for you, man. Essentially, I like anything that happens to me. Like, do you know how it's like a blind person? If I were to flip them off, they wouldn't see it, so it technically wouldn't affect them. Yeah, and it's like the same way to a deaf person. If I were to curse at them, and what's the word? If I were to curse at them, and then they wouldn't like really affect them because they can't hear me. That's the same way it goes, but just like for any circumstances. That's what it says right here in the scan. And I think if you trying to possess me would be a certain event or action. If you don't think so, then I guess it's not happening. So if it wouldn't be an event or action,
Man, bro.
then it wouldn't be happening.
Okay.
It would have to be some type of event.
Okay, post the skin.
Like,
Post the skin so I can read it.
Hold on, my fault. I posted it in scans. Posted in tournament scan. And it's passive too.
Which one is it? First level? Which one is it?
You could just read 3 to 4 and 5 to 6. Those are the ones that matter.
Okay. Dealing grows stronger. It begins to manifest as little blindness or deafness to circumstances or worse. I'm not seeing where it says all circumstances.
Literally what it is. It says circumstances. You know what circumstances mean?
Yeah, but okay, there's a difference between okay. I'm gonna give you an example, right? I'm gonna give you an example. Okay.
Hold on.
Okay, so
let me reword it.
Yeah. Definitely we were at that. Yeah.
I didn't articulate it correctly. Circumstances is obviously talking plural. So we know like what circumstance means, like a fact or condition related to an event or action. It's obviously talking about actions or events, and we do know that like what's synonymous with circumstance would be situation, condition, things, events, occurrences, happenings. And we obviously know it's talking about stuff that's happening to them because we know in the last one it's talking about the mage delusion becomes a part of localized reality, externalizing her refusal to accept certain things. It's a temporary disappearance of those. So it's basically like it's truth denial. That's what it is. It's just truth denial.
Okay.
And I mean, we know it's obviously affecting like stuff around her because it says from the reality around her. So my interpretation of being like events and shit like that would be correct.
Okay.
Based off what this scan is showing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the way I'm gonna interpret this in is first of all, plural does not have to mean all cases. You can use plural in the sense to where it's only referring to 2, 10, 3, or just like any quantifiable number below 100, etc., etc. Doesn't differ to all specific cases. And what it looks like is talking about. It says literal blindness or deafness to circumstances. So it's probably talking about those things that mess with his senses. And even if it was referring to reality, like you said it would. I don't think it would really matter because.
Well, hold on, it's not. Hold on, it's not. I'll tell you why. Because you like didn't read it. It now manifests as a stubborn refusal to perceive stuff that's obvious to everybody else.
The hell? Wait, hold up. Wait, Deadboy, say what you said again, because I just disconnected.
Yeah, obviously, it's not only referring to their senses. I got you.
Okay.
I'll give that to you. So this is like the ability working on all things around it. So it's not only pertaining to its senses. It's basically truth denial. It's just denying. It's literally what it is. It's just denying anything happening to you. That's why it says earlier in like denial 1.2, like in 1 and 2, it's like used in a way where it becomes stubborn to certain stuff that affects everybody else but you. So you wouldn't be affected by certain stuff like other people would. It's just denial. You're denying circumstances, which again, but it's not completed for the judge. Circumstances just means happenings, occurrences, shit that happens to them. And obviously it's like referring to like everything around them, by the way. And this is like passive. As it,
Bro, like, but where are you quoting to make it refer to everything and not just specific things? So it mentions like blindness and death.
Passive. So what else?
Bro, but I'm saying that
like,
the circumstances.
So if this hack is passive,
bro.
It's like, hold on. If this hack is passive, right, and it says right there, it grows as a denial where they like certain like stuff does not affect them like it affects everybody else. What do you think that means?
Okay.
Maybe you just don't understand.
So for starters,
you want me to be hyper literal?
okay. So for starters, it doesn't say anything about being passive. Even if it was passive, which I don't really care with, and the only things it quotes as circumstances are people being blind and deaf, which is only referring to the senses like eyesight and hearing. I don't see how this like goes against possession.
The whole scan. So hold on. Again, I'm gonna read the scan for you again.
Mm-hmm.
At the lower end of the spectrum, this is level 1 and 2. The now manifests as a stubborn refusal to perceive stuff that's obvious to everybody else. No, there is not a dragon sitting in the main street. No, Islam is not religion. No, magic does not exist. Right? The next level where this actually affects them. Right? It affects stuff around them. Right? As now it grows stronger because they manifest as a literal and blindness, their deafness to circumstances. So initially, right, it was just certain stuff around them. Right? Now it's manifested as a blindness or deafness. Or can blind people turn off when it can be blind or not? Or no? It's a simple question, no question.
Bro,
Can they turn that off?
I don't think that matters. Like,
can they turn on off and off? Can they turn it off and off from being blind?
I don't think that matters. Like, I'm arguing that this. I'm arguing that this.
Hold on. I'm not done. Wait, since you don't want to answer the question, I'm just gonna assert it as true. No, they cannot turn off being off like blind and deaf. Like it's passive for them. That's literally. If I'm blind, I can't change that. So yes, now this hack's becoming unchangeable. Stuff around them, they just ignore it because they just choose not to believe it. They choose for it not to affect them. Now right here, 5 and 6, at the highest levels of quiet, denial can reshape the world in immediate vicinity. Do you know what that means?
What does that mean?
Okay. That means shit passively changes around them when they're around.
Mm-hmm.
So this means this hack's working and it's passive. So it's just like whatever you tried, that weird argument you tried doing earlier, it's false. People might lose their voices in their presence, blurt out things they would never do, or even disappear until the mage leaves the room. This explains the weird reality warps that often follow Marauder's attack. Blank hard drives, fuzzy photos or videos, people who swear that nothing odd just happened. Yes, the mage's delusion becomes part of the localized reality, external her refusal to accept certain things in the temporary disappearance from the things around her. So, essentially, it literally says she refuses to accept anything that happens around her in that last sentence right there. So like, what do you learn to have to refute against that?
Okay.
What's your reputation?
Here's just BB, literally just having law manip. This sounds like law manip, but this sounds like anything they decide to be true or not true.
If that's what it sounds like to you, I'm sorry. Maybe our eyes and ears just work on differently. That's not law manip. What law are they manipulating?
Bro, okay, so first I'm talking about the last part, which is like blatantly the most, like, I guess, like,
no.
Yes, 5 and 6.
All these work at the same time.
No, I'm saying 5 and 6 is the only one that does any
it's just truth denial.
Bro, what truth is it?
Denial.
What truth is it denying?
The happenings around it.
That doesn't mean it's truth denial.
Okay.
Either way, right? BB can make laws true and not true just by speaking.
Let me break it down to you. Let me break it down to you. If I punch you in the face, is that true? That I just punch you in the face? If I punch you in the face.
That does not correlate to it being truth denial.
Just answer the question. Why did you just answer the question?
But I'm telling you that doesn't record.
I punch you in the face.
Bro.
That just true?
Bro,
Is it true that I just punched you in the face?
I answered your question. My answer was that doesn't correlate to it being truth denial.
Wait,
Like the hell?
I don't give a fuck what correlates. No, just answer the
What?
question. It does
Okay, it doesn't, cause that I can literally just say
Listen,
law manip, time hacks,
Jin,
any type of fucking
Jin,
thing, bro.
Jin,
What if he had like
Jin,
Gojo
Jin,
Infinity and his
Jin,
punch didn't reach his
Jin,
face because there's too much distance between them? Like that
No,
doesn't
Jin,
correlate to
if I
truth
punch you
denial.
in the
Either way, my counter is just that
face and
BB.
spit on you,
My
if I
counter
punch
is
you in the face and spit on you, what does that do?
okay. I already explained to you why it just wouldn't correlate to be truth denial at
So
all.
I'm just
And like I said,
accept that it's true.
my
Again,
counter is
so
literally just that
what
BB can
happens-
just make
what
things
happens-
true and untrue
what
by
happens-
speaking,
hold on,
and
hold on.
Coop just
Stuff
fought
that
her wasn't
happens to
affected
me-
by her
stuff
abilities.
that happens to me.
So
wait, stuff that happens to me would inherently be true, but I deny anything that happens to me. That's why it's truth denial. That's the only hack it would fall under.
no,
Like, what-
okay. Now I'm gonna give you another interpretation. I'm gonna give you another interpretation, right? Reverse time, so the event didn't happen. It's not truth denial. That's interpretation. But
What?
like I said, even if that was the case, BB can just say things.
Hold on. Ghetto Jin, I can literally just follow into what I just said.
What?
If I try to throw you, if I try to
Bro,
throw you
you're so
back in
crazy.
time, and it didn't work, right? Not because of my time resistance. We obviously know it's got because I have resistance to time hacks. It's because this other thing.
Bro,
That's truth denial.
that's not obvious. The argument is that time hacks can work on them, and just because time hacks work on them doesn't mean it's truth denial. It's just the fact they got affected by time hacks. Like what the hell? That's not fucking.
Like what? That's obviously not what it is, though. You know,
Bro.
you know why your analogy was just dumb.
Why is it dumb?
You know why your analogy was just dumb? I just sat here and told you why it was dumb. That shit was just so dumb.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, you gonna address the skin I
Try
posted?
again. Try another one.
Like
bro.
where I just literally
Shit.
said that
Try
BB.
another analogy, bro.
You're gonna address the skin I posted where I literally said BB can make things true and untrue just by
try another
talking.
argument.
I literally debunked your scan, and like I said, I'm also giving refutation right now.
Wait, what?
You done?
With what?
Okay, so I already addressed your
What
scan.
did you put my scan with?
Okay, so I said that could be, you can interpret it as being time manip, right? And even if it was like truth or not, like you said, BB can just talk and make things true and untrue, and Ku can just fight here and resist that shit. So it doesn't matter.
She could just make true. She could just talk and make shit true and untrue.
Yes,
But
that's the
that's
whole
what the-
point. She was like this, right? She said verbatim, like, oh, you can.
I wouldn't perceive her talking.
But I'm just not my character. What the hell? What the fuck? Like, my whole point is that BB has the hacks you're saying, and then my character resisted that because he fought her and just wasn't affected by her ability.
What BB have?
BB's able to fucking talk, right? And she's able to make things true and untrue just by talking. And then my character just fought and beat her ass, not got affected by her ability.
That's just truth manipulation.
Bro.
How's that her having truth denial?
Bro.
That's what you just
Bro,
truth
I'm telling you right now, truth denies false things. So that's all I gotta say, bro. Truth denies false things. Like if it, yes, if it, bro, truth denial. Let's read this out too, bro. Watch it literally be subjective reality, because it's Superpower Wiki. Superpower Wiki is so fucking AIDS, bro. Okay, let's look at this.
You want to like
All right, let's see. Truth denial. Da da
read it at the
da
end where it like
da
differentiates truth
da da
manipulation.
da. Okay. Then denial, answer, lie, truth manip. So, like I said, truth. Okay. So
It's not.
you can associate it with truth manip. Like I said, wow,
Reading
crazy.
it's literally two different things. I deny truth. It literally says I deny truth manip. It says where truth manip just makes things true. I deny those truths.
Yeah,
Doesn't
bro,
matter.
you can. Okay, watch this. I'm okay. Watch this, right? BB in the scan says something to be the case, right? She says you can no longer talk in secret. This is true, right? And beforehand, it was already true that you could talk in secret. So
hold on.
therefore, making a new true law that contradicts a previous true law, bro. Bro, the point is that the point is the hacks work similar, which I'm arguing that they deny the truth of something. Okay, so if that's the case, it sounds like truth denial is law manip, like I said before as well. So I do not care. We can move on.
and blind to it, right? I become deaf and blind to this.
Yes, right. And then BB can just say you are no longer deaf and blind.
Law manip and shit like
And
that.
BB can just say you're no longer deaf and blind, and then you're not deaf and blind no more. So,
Law manipulation that wouldn't work because I would deny that truth.
bro, but BB can just say that's wrong. So, bro, everything you apply to truth, not everything, bro. Deadboy. Listen to the argument. Listen, Deadboy. Listen to the argument. Deadboy, listen to the argument. Deadboy, listen to the argument. Listen to the argument. You are saying that truth now denies truth. You are saying truth now denies truth. I'm telling you that BB canonically has literally said something that contradicts something and made it true. So truth, like this law manip would contradict truth stuff. If you look at this thread, the immigrant thing, if you click it, bro, it just sounds like, you know what it sounds like? It sounds like truth now is law manip. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like truth now is law manip. If you disagree, we can move on.
That's not what it is.
It sounds like truth now is law manip. If you disagree, we can leave it up to the judge.
I'll tell you the difference. Law manipulation just manipulates laws and rules and like principles and shit like that.
Oh, so, bro, and which will manipulate the truth? Which will manipulate the truth? Because the whole point of this scan, if you look at the scans, it was like, oh, you think you can talk in private? That's no longer true. You can't talk in private no more. Like what?
Ghetto Jin, if I were to control Ghetto Jin, if I were to make something true, right? If you were to try to make something true, I would just deny it. Like any truth that comes around me, just denied.
Yes, which BB did, right? So it sounds like law manip is truth denial. If you disagree, we can leave it to the judge. We can move on.
People around my character, hold on. People around my character just start losing their voice and shit like that, and they just become like they forget that they have certain hacks. So I don't even think she'd be able to say this shit.
Okay, so
BB have resistance.
Like I said before, BB is not my character. My character is Chulainn. My whole point was that my character Chulainn.
So what the fuck are you showing me scans of fucking?
My whole point was that BB has truth denial by this definition, and I applied why it would work, and even said if this was true, that means truth denial. That means truth denial, bro. Anyway, that means truth denial. Bro, shut up before I mute you because you're just interrupting me and not let me get my point out.
Where does this correlate to your character?
Okay, my whole point is that he can resist her abilities and he beat her the fuck up because he can.
Okay, yeah. What I would just say is, yeah. You just resisted law manipulation.
Yes, and then my argument was that law manip. No, bro, be quiet. My argument was that law manip functions the same way as truth denial, so it means they are the same hacker or similar in that way because they can deny true things. I gave you the example that she did. The example I gave you was that it is true that you can talk in private, and she said that's no longer true. So that's literally her using truth denial, and if it's law manip, that means they're the same thing. So if you,
I just say this, I just say where it's not the same thing. Right here, law manip, you just affect laws and rules, right? What I do, right? If you were to make a rule, right, I could defend the truth of that rule. There's two different.
Yes, but I'm gonna give you an example, right? If there were two rules, okay. Go ahead.
Let me talk.
Go ahead.
You can control certain laws, like laws of gravity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. I can make that law true or false, correct?
Right.
I can deny that.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to make a law, I would deny that law, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. If your character just resists what the fuck you're doing, right? She just has a resistance to law manipulation. You literally see the word rule. She uses the word rule.
Okay.
Like, do you not read it?
Can I ask you a question?
What?
Okay, so if there was a rule that said blind people cannot see, right? And then there's a new law made that says now blind people can see, and they do see. Does that mean the new rule, the new law, denied the truth of the first law? Yes or no?
It's not the same thing.
What? Okay. We can move on. I think I showed you why it just would function similar. Like
Ghetto Jin. Let me break it down half to a whole to you, man. You can manipulate laws and shit like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You can manipulate laws and rules. You can manipulate the law of causality and shit like that. You can change the law, right? If you were to try to change the law on my character or do anything to my character in the sorts, I would deny any change, anything that's happening, because it would become true. You're not manipulating the truth, you jackass.
Bro.
You're just manipulating the law.
Bro,
right?
but the law would encompass the truth value though. The law would encompass the truth value. the law would encompass the truth value. The law would inherently encompass it. Because I gave you an analogy. I did. I gave you a blatant, easy analogy that says if you change a law and bro, I gave you the analogy to where if you were to change a law, that means you would contradict one truth of another law. That's a blatant analogy that showcases you can deny truth with law manipulation.
I'm knocking, right? It's true that I knocked already. It's true that I knocked already, right? I'm not going to explain it like this. I'm going to explain it like this one more time. It's just getting redundant, right?
Okay.
Basically, what I'm saying is your character can manipulate. Oh, not even your character. Your character has resistance to someone that's manipulating laws and shit like that. That's fine. You can just be resistant to that law manipulation.
Right.
What I'm doing is your character does change the law. That's fine. But that law just gets passively denied by me.
Okay. You wanna
is that you change the law.
You wanna leave this to the.
Wait, hold on, Ghetto Jin. Let me slow it down for you. The truth would be that you changed the law, but I manipulated the truth of the law, like of it even happening in the first place. You're just manipulating laws.
So you wanna just leave the whole debate on who won this point, and that's it.
I don't believe so. I have other arguments too.
You want to be okay? You want to bring up more arguments? I guess. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think I won that.
Yeah, and I'm saying if you think this is enough, I'm saying if you think this is enough for you to win, you want to leave the whole debate on this. We're gonna just drop the recording here and just go to conclusions.
Alright, we can't bring up this other hacks.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, just tell me what it is. Just tell me what it is. What is it?
Do you got a problem with that, man?
What hack you said?
Do you have a problem with it?
What hack was it?
It's paradox manip.
Paradox manip. What does that do?
I just choose anything to happen or not. I'm just become I could make paradoxes. I can make contradictions and shit.
Is that all? Yeah, just show me just show me what the scan says.
No. I'll just use definition manipulation. I'll just change the definition of your character.
Okay. All I'm gonna say is, I think law manip would encompass that, because if you change the definition of law, if you change the law of definitions, that would just encompass definitions. So.
What's the law? What's the rule of definitions?
Definitions inherently mean something. You can just say, oh, that's no longer true, and then that would.
Rule.
What? That is a rule. A rule. Definitions do mean something, but what? Definitions mean something. Why you think definition? What, bro? He said definitions do not mean anything inherently, bro.
Hold on. What's the rule of it?
The rule of definitions. The rule of definitions.
Before you get into your rebuttals, I would passively change the definition of your character to a piece of shit.
Okay, I would.
You just sat here and told me that your character. Hold on. You just sat here and told me that your character couldn't law manip.
My argument was that he resisted law manip, and I'm arguing that law manip would just encompass everything you just said, based on how it functions. I'm done. Okay. So I don't think rules encompass the origin of what words are. Bro, rules are the origins of words, bro. What?
I don't think that.
Bro, what?
Stop cutting me off. Stop. You don't understand because you keep cutting me off.
Okay.
I'm gonna need you to stop doing that.
You don't know. You didn't go to school, bro.
Stop cutting me off. Don't do that. Just be quiet.
We did go to school, bro. Go ahead. What you gotta say?
Okay. I think rules, right? I think rules are fucking under definitions, right? Definitions are the very origin of stuff. Without definition, something cannot be defined. It cannot be what it is, right? So that's why there's no rule of definitions. But definitions are just what shit is, right? There's no 1, 2, you know what I mean? Freddy's coming for you. There's no fucking rule. There's no nothing about that shit. It's just literally the definition of something. So I'm passively changing the definition of your character to a piece of shit. I don't believe that fucking law manipulation just overrides changing the foundation of what the rule of something, but me changing the exact foundation of what that word is. I think my hack is blatantly stronger than that.
Okay, so my argument would just be that with law manip, you can just say the opposite of what the definition for definition was, and that would just counter definition. So law manip would encompass definitions. The whole point of
you just saying that. You just telling me that. You just telling me that it's not not proof. It's not giving me any reason.
If you look at the scan, if you looked at the skin, if you looked at my skin, you would. If you looked at my skin, you would see BB can just say stuff, and then it would just make the other thing stuff not true. But like you obviously didn't look.
Like help you, like you just repeating yourself. Like,
Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna say this, right? If you don't think my argument was strong enough,
I gave you a valid argument, and I'm gonna give you another chance to rebuttal it.
Bro, I'm just gonna say this, right? Deadboy, I'm just gonna say this. We can go to conclusions. We no. We can just go to conclusions. 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 I think I already counted it. We can go to conclusions.
No such thing as a law or rule without a definition, right?
Bro.
If I change the name of that, if I change the name of rule to something else, rule would no longer mean that, right? That's why my hack would be stronger than yours. I'm changing the very foundation of the word itself. If I change law to mean bananas, you're manipulating bananas. That's why my hack is stronger than yours.
Okay.
I'm not gonna give you a chance to give a better rebuttal.
Okay.
What the fuck you just said was some piece of shit. It was some
I think I already rebutted that. If you want to go to conclusions now, we can. You can say your conclusions first, and I'll give my conclusions after.
You can go. You can conclude. Cause
Okay.
just fucking started the point.
Okay. I think I won because I blatantly just argued higher into Multiversal Plus. I provided like Multiversal Plus as a baseline, and then I said, oh, this same Multiversal Plus can make Multiversal Plus over again, and BB just followed that shit, and then my character just begin my cosmology scaling. If you didn't understand it, that's your problem.
When did you do that?
My whole argument was that.
Hold on.
No, we're in conclusions. If you didn't understand my AP, that's your fault, bro.
You don't mean to cut you off, but I was like, yeah, that's Multiversal Plus. Hold on. I said it's Multiversal Plus, right?
Yeah, and there are higher ends to Multiversal Plus. It's not your fault for not understanding that. So, like I said, I had a higher end Multiversal Plus skill.
Hold on. What? That doesn't make sense. Yeah, when you say multiverse, okay, I can't just be like, oh, Multiversal Plus. Oh no! I really meant in my conclusion. I can't say, oh, I really meant Multiversal.
No, bro, that just means what, bro? Bro, I literally made the argument that I was Multiversal Plus to Multiversal Plus, bro. What's wrong with you? I literally made its own recording. Okay, I'm gonna mute Deadboy because you. Shut up, bro. Shut the fuck up. We're in conclusion. Shut up. Okay, I'm just gonna mute you. Nope. I'm muting you, bro. I'm muting you. We're in conclusions, bro. Like, shut up, bro. We're literally in conclusions.
You confirmed Jin did say Multiversal Plus on top of Multiversal Plus.
Like, it's literally in the recording, too. Like,
you're using mods in the debate. What?
Bro, Jester, it's conclusions, and he's over talking me for no reason, bro. I don't care, bro. He has to be quiet. He can just address it in his conclusions. Like, he's, like, just wasting more time.
Nah, no, come on, don't do mods. Nah, come on, don't use mods. That shit's you holding him. That shit.
Bro, he can just address what I said during his conclusions. He's just making it way longer, bro. He's making it way longer, bro. He can just address it during his conclusion.
Like, bro, hold on, bro, that's a bad look. Like, I know you cool and all, but that's a bad look. Like, using mods on the person that you're debating, bro. Come on.
Bro, he can. I told him to be quiet. He can just address it during his conclusion, bro. Like, he's making it way longer. Okay, like I was saying, my whole argument was that I was Multiversal Plus to Multiversal Plus due to my argument. I think I won the speed scaling point because I just blatantly showed you that you can say a measurable speed can be defined as x. X can be times by 25, making 25x. Therefore, there are higher end tiers of measurable speed. I even showed you a speed higher than measurable speed, which would be a relevant speed, to show you that you can have higher things than a measurable speed. So it's fine for you to be like faster than someone's measurable speed. And then for hacks, like I just argued that law manip would encompass his stuff because you can just change the law of something, which is just showing BB when she says verbatim, oh, you can talk in secret. That's not true no more. You can only talk. You can't talk in secret no more. So blatantly shows you can deny the truth of something, which is just her saying you can't do this no more. Like that's just true. You can't do it no more. Not only that, I applied that the same reasoning to definitions, where she can say like this is no longer mean the definitions. Therefore, she can. It does just show how law manip would encompass definitions. And that's it. Like I just speed blitz and beat them up.
Alright, yeah. First of all, Leanus, shut your mouth. You had nothing to do with this debate, Leanus. Again, I don't want to hear your opinion on this
Get
shit.
him, Deadboy.
I don't give a fuck. Nigga. Just don't talk to me. I don't know who this nigga is. Think he can talk to me, but you be quiet.
I wasn't
Shut
even
up.
talking.
Know your role. Know your role. Know your role. Play your
Shut the
role.
fuck up.
Know your role and play your role. The fucking spectator in this.
Bro, just go to conclusions.
nigga.
Bro, just go to conclusions, bro.
Spit your bitch ass.
Deadboy, make your
Sad nigga. If we go back earlier in the debate, which I mean, I guess the tier is if the tier is multi plus, it's caps are multi plus. I don't want to be a dumbass, but isn't that where it just caps at? It doesn't matter.
You can get
he
this
scaled his
far,
character
like,
literally to
so
multi plus.
possible.
If you can, I'm gonna say like right, like isn't that like scale? Like how you supposed to get higher into is already dealing with infinity, but okay, that's dumb. But anyways, if this nigga when he first started scaling his character, I obviously let him get multiversal plus. Actually, even was being nonchalant, said I don't care. This is multiversal plus, right? He's like, yeah, multiversal plus, right? This nigga never verbatim said the words, my character's high into multiversal plus. He just said my character's multiversal plus. Even if it said that, I still think that like puts him past the fucking tier. I'm not sure what the fuck a high multiversal plus is supposed to mean, but any fucking ways. He let me get immeasurable speed. He actually let me get multi plus too. So he let me get immeasurable speed also. With the speed point, that shit's dumb. I asked you why multiple times. You can calculate speed and stuff that's fucking incalculable and immeasurable, which that would verbatim contradict the definition of it. He didn't try to give me an algebra example. I said, why the fuck is x25 minus 7 to the 8th power? Like, what is that? How does that help your argument? You're just trying to spew out shit to make you seem smart. But you just fucking try to give me a homework problem or something. Like, I don't know why x25 to the 27th helps your argument at all, but okay. Then I actually later went in depth with my argument. I was like, they obviously make these speed tiers to differentiate from being able to calculate speed, being able to calculate speed blitzes, right? You don't calculate speed blitzes when it's past fucking like dimensional speed tiering. That doesn't make any sense. I already told him that multiple times. These speed tierings are meant to be past incalculable speed. I said you cannot put 25 times measurability. That doesn't make sense. It literally doesn't make sense. It wouldn't make you any higher because you're already past the fucking measurement. Like you're already past the fucking concept of measurement. Then he tried to give me the most retarded shit. He said irrelevant's a higher speed tier than it, and I said okay, irrelevant is a higher speed tier than it, but you cannot just count to irrelevant speed. You can't do that shit. There's a reason why. It just means that relevant speed just like it just surpasses certain concepts that immeasurable still falls under. But in general, when you get in these speed tiers, they're past the fucking, this regular speed formula. That's literally what these are. There's no speed formula, there's no fucking time or math to fucking apply to it. What's the next point? On my hack. So, he said his character, this is what verbatim what he said, is his character resists law manip, right? Then I said, all right, my ability is truth manipulation. So, and we argued about I said truth denial. Maybe argue upon what my ability was, but he eventually said that my ability is what it is. So he let me get that my ability is truth manipulation. So he let me basically let my ability slide for what it is and shit like that. So essentially, what I'm saying is, right, you manipulating the law is law manipulation, right? But when the law changes, that becomes true that the law changed. It doesn't matter. You can manipulate the law how many times you ever want to do to my character. But the truth of that outcome will never affect me. That's as easy as that. I can end that at that, right? Then my next shit, it was definition manipulation. He said law manipulation, you could just manipulate the rule of definition. I said no, incorrect. That wouldn't make any sense because I literally just verbatim scaled my hack higher. I said definition manipulation would be a stronger hack because you're literally manipulating the exact meaning of what the fuck a law manipulation is. There's no rule and shit to change when you're changing the exact meaning of what the fuck that means. And I said I passively, before the fight starts, I passively just going to deny your character, and I'm passively going to change your character's existence to a fucking the definition of your character to a fucking piece of shit. And he didn't. He actually let me get my definition off manipulation too. He just doesn't think it will affect his character. But I think I just beat this nigga ass. So yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I was there.
I wonder who judging this shit.
Okay.
I'm in so much pain. My life.